Welcome to another round of Maelstrom. Last time we got our butt handed to us by other players and I made a few changes in between episodes. We got rid of our surgeon because, as it's been said in the chat here by much more experienced players, you need them more for smaller ships or long battles, and yeah, I don't think the cook was really that useful for us. So we now have a quartermaster, giving us more crew damage, more longer boarding duration, and also shorter boarding cooldown. So we can really get annoying for other people. Also, I grabbed myself a lookout, so we have larger range now and more critical chance, and also a bit more pickup chance, making getting stuff from other people a bit easier and quicker. So while I want to get into Gauntlet mode today, I think we first should try this out in a battle, hopefully against other players, seeing how well we do, and then switching over afterwards. The Gauntlet mode is a PvE mode, by the way, so that's pretty interesting in its own right. Can also be done in co-op, but yeah, I'm kind of stuck playing the Battle Royale mode right now, I'm sorry. Also, we might as well open another chest here, since we got one from the last battle. How are our quests looking? I can't talk today. Still need to sink battleships in the battleship, board more enemy play or enemy ships in general, and collect more gold. This is going to take a while, but we are also getting a title, so this is one of the legendary or at least high level quests, and therefore they just take a bit longer. We could also dismiss and re-roll, but why do so? It's a long taking quest, but it's not a bad one. I'm not that crazy about getting the daily bonus as quickly as possible. So yeah, besides that, did anything else happen that I should tell you guys about? I don't really think so. We can try and look at other ships again. I knew that would happen. I knew, like last episode, it would just happen the exact same moment when I look at it. Oh yeah, the night map. I don't know if we have been on this one. So there's, as I mentioned last time, there's 3 maps in the game. We've seen the big monster map. We're now going to see this one as well, and the other one looks a bit like the one with a monster, but it just doesn't have a monster, and a bit of a different layout, more connected cliffs and all of that. I'm not sure if we have been on that yet. It's always random which one you get. I hope there will be more in the future, but I gotta say, I love just how well they utilize the current maps. So it doesn't get that old that quickly, even though there's only 3 of the maps in total. They are used in a way where you go through a lot of different areas. So that's all cool. And yeah, of course I'm still using the gunner or whatever position it was that gives me the tighter cannonball spread. This should make it a lot more viable going for long range, and I think long range is going to be very useful against some of the aggressive frigates which are more mid-range. So just going for not regular cannonball damage, but really just the sail damage or crew damage and keeping them away from me. I don't think regular cannonballs should be used by me at this point. It's just not going to happen and work out too well, because my damage with those is really low. And yeah, we have 2 other people in here. I think the undertow is the guy that we got last time. I mean, against these ships this might not be too bad. Just immediately thinking from the hooks. The hooks are so heavy, it just takes the entire ship into the abyss. Hey, undead frigate. That's a bit of a warm-up here. But yeah, the tighter shooting pattern definitely feels a lot better. It's not always just about raw damage output, but also just how it goes sometimes. And they are way longer duration for the boarding, so this is, I think, a much better suited ship for what we have in mind. So that one isn't going anywhere. And again, I don't know what my old setup for the ship was. I think it was pretty decent, but we are definitely getting to something good by now. And just the improvements from the from your stats and how the entire ship handles is another huge factor on why this game is so addictive for me. Yeah, gotta be careful with that guy. Come on, let me damage their crew, because otherwise they're going to kill me. I don't have the best shot against them. But yeah, their crew is low, so I'm getting somewhere with them. But I'm also slowly dying. Not really all that slowly, really, but well. I mean, if we take another look at them, they were pretty low on the crew. They're already regenning, so yeah, this could have gone a different way pretty easily. I still have to relearn some of this stuff. This is the highest bracket in the game, so you gotta do well in order to survive here. And I'm not doing that well yet. Anyways, let's get back to our good old Gauntlet here. Open a few more chests. Low level one for gold, we have one for free. And yeah, for the most part, these items that I get, I don't really care about anymore. It's just about loyalty items for the captains in order to level those up and eventually get to level 100, because that's the last thing I need to do. Partially because that's a long grind, but also it's been introduced very late into the game. One of the last few updates, maybe even before they decided to go on hiatus. But yeah, this is the PvE mode. You always get a mission out of a certain pool. This one is just an escort, so I hope it's gonna go well. Not entirely sure if my ship is that great for this, but we are going to try. Okay, I just rammed them to death. I mean, we are just basically booping them until they sink. But who says that can't be a viable tactic, because right now it's really working out. And yeah, those things are explosive, so I'd rather keep them away from me, but also away from the ship that I'm supposed to be guarding here. My regular damage has nothing to write home about, but against these tiny foes it's maybe alright. I'm only going in on more like a midway difficulty. Just to test out the waters. There are definitely better ships for this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and they just went into a mine. I mean, am I supposed to take all the hits here in order for them to not get done in? But I don't want to do that. I don't want to attract all the mines. They are nasty. Okay, that's a lot of ships. By the way, this mode is also pretty good for certain quests, just getting a lot of other enemies that you can quickly sink through various means. Oh yeah, and the hull from our escort ship is down, so they're going to take in some serious damage, especially when I shoot at them. Also, those enemy ships, the smaller ones, they don't show the crew and sail values, but they also have them. So you can do boarding damage and all of that to them. And yeah, in the end, at the bottom right we have some goals here, but the only really important one that we need to take care of is that the ship makes it into port. Everything else is more of a bonus. And yeah, I shouldn't be that far away from the other ship, but yeah, I gotta take care of this guy as well. But let's try and catch back up. There seem to be quite a few enemies right there, and I think I'm going to fail the keep the ship half alive quest in a moment. Could also maybe make use of my stream over here. Yeah, there it is. Glad I make it quick. But we might actually fail this one. This is not a great ship for this entire endeavor. So we might actually switch over to something if this one doesn't go well. Yep, that did it. Ouch. So yeah, this game isn't always easy. And this is the result screen for this. We need to go through 5 different levels, and yeah, the rewards always depend on the difficulty and how many objectives we get. The number here is always the difficulty, and depending on what I choose going into the mode is going to scale differently. And that was pretty abysmal, all things considered. Let's go with a dwarf ship for once. I have this one set up already, and this should be alright. Also try the tidebreaker, but yeah, let's try this one. This is one of those overpowered ships, and we are going to see why in a moment. This is the mine layer. Oh yeah, I forgot. There is a bug in this game, and it sadly has been there for years now. We need to first queue for a regular matchup and then the ship will be used in Gauntlet. It's something that the devs didn't fix, and sadly that's why we still have to deal with it. So just gonna go in there for a moment. And now we should be able to go into this mode and get the correct ship here. So these being more like steamboats, they can actually go backwards, and this thing, well, since dwarves are like a highly advanced race, they can actually do a bit more technical stuff here. Another one has homing torpedoes, this one just has some mines. But thanks to the special ability of, or the special perk of this ship, we can also just spam our ability like nothing good really. And in PvP this is actually pretty overpowered. Even in this mode, like having to defend the stationary ship is really good for a mine layer ship. Because we just lay out a carpet of death around it, and whoever comes close, well, good luck to them. Don't mind if I do. This guy, by the way, also has some regenerative properties, so if we keep the enemies away from them, they are going to get well, or at least get a bit better. Right now they are at 45% and they should be going up at some points. I also should have maybe spent a few more mines around here. They do eventually explode if they lay around for too long, but it's gonna take a while. And we can just sit here in the back and watch the enemies try and go through the entire thing here without yeah, getting sunk. Good luck to them, but really not. And yeah, the dwarf ships also have some cannons all the way around. Okay, our ship that we need to protect isn't really looking all that great, but yeah, that one is gone, so we survived another wave. The last two waves have bigger ships among them, so gotta be careful about that. Can also try and collect a bit of treasure along the way. Yeah, like that's one of the larger ones, so gotta be really careful here. Oh, please tell me that my mines can knock them back into the Maelstrom. Oops. And that's me sunk. Thankfully we have multiple lives here. We only immediately fail if we, well, have our main objectives killed. I could try and just move him away from here. But no, that guy is not following, that's a problem potentially. And that's the last wave of the final boss here, that's not good. I need to get this guy away from him. Yeah, no, if he doesn't follow, then I'm pretty much done here with him at 3%. Yep. So usually if I can get him to follow me instead, I can go around the outside of the map, and that's not gonna be that much of a problem, but yeah. Man, I'm really not showing off my skill here. I swear I was good at this game at some point. Let's go with Undertow. That's one of the strongest ships for this kind of mode. Also Leviathan that I just used as well, it's the second highest difficulty, so I'm not playing on easy. I forgot. And I'm not doing this shit again. Forget about it. But yeah, when we finally get another update, I hope that does fix some of the bugs here. Okay, finally. Right into the Thunder Canyon. So this ship is basically a brick with broadside cannons. Tough as nails. And also for undead ships, they can repair themselves by damaging other ships with cannonball fire. So this is how we get a lot of our regeneration here. I should maybe get rid of the battleship quest at this point, it's really not happening. I mean, I could try with a human battleship, that's always one that I've been decent at. But that might be for another episode. We also now have a floating skull that's just going around the ship. It's actually controlled by the steering that I do, so yeah, this thing can do a bit of damage and I can just send it into another ship for blowing up there and hopefully sinking that one. It's not that much damage, but it's alright. Also, I now have the ability to do the whole black screen thing. So that's nice. And that's just a really good defensive capability here. Oh yeah, right, I'm just gonna sink them through ramming. Moving on. We're not even looking all that well right now, to be honest. I don't know if I can do anything about those cannons up there apart from getting out of the area. But yeah, just shooting at them and I immediately get some health back. Also repair tokens help. If I don't just run straight into a mine. And we are back into cannon tower range. Wow, that was a long shot, but yeah, the ships are called long gunners, so I guess this is kind of to be expected. Okay, I sunk that one. Like, this isn't really looking good. There are 3 larger ships in this area that we need to take care of, so like mini bosses, and we haven't even gotten to the first one. And we are almost dying. I should maybe use my ability a bit more often. At least our armor is back up for the most part. Even though we are looking pretty abysmal on the whole front, so let's hope that the repairs are going to help out, otherwise I may need to wait here for a moment. Up next is going to be the first of the mini bosses, so yeah, I would rather like to go in a bit more in an okay shape. There's always also the option that I just set up the ship wrong. Because yeah, the ship setup that I made here, they have been done after I came back to the game. Because I couldn't take the stuff over with me from the old PC. I could have gone back to that PC and just made some screenshots and recreate this stuff here, but I didn't feel like doing that. But trying to figure out the crews and everything for the ships is kinda part of the fun here. So I don't really even mind going back and starting that again. Okay, at least I got the boarding quest done at this point. And we got the first one sunk. Took us the time that we were supposed to use for the entire level, but, well, at least we got this one done. Okay, give me the other repair boon, give me the other firepower boon, and let's get going. Repair boons, by the way, they don't stack, so you gotta take one after the other if you want the maximum effect. And they are just temporary things. Okay, now to the dwarf frigate. Again, slightly blown up out of proportion. And I might want to take care of the treasure galleon first. And I got rammed. That's not fair. I was boarding that guy. At the very least, that's very rude. But yeah, with this ship's defensive capabilities and being able to temporarily just blind the other people and keep them from just shooting at me, this is actually a really good setup for a good run. Also, I should have really started the entire episode with this because we are almost half an hour in and not even through the first level. But hey, it took me a few attempts to even get something to work here. Okay, trying to go through the mines, that was not a good idea. Man, those things hit like sledgehammers. I don't know why the guy is running from me now, but it's really not helping me getting them down. Oh, and they are also regenerating, which is not fun. Come on, I worked hard for that damage, please keep it. Maybe it wasn't even that hard. Okay, the thing is, on the top left it tells that I still have 1 life left. And it's not like with some games where I can go down to 0 and as long as I don't die from that I still am doing fine. No, this is my last life. I'm on that right now. Die 3 times in the same challenge and you're just out. So coming up is the last boss of the area, but I think I'm slowly getting better at just handling the entire ship here, so we might be alright. Immediately getting first damage negated. Dodging most of the cannons. I don't want to go into that tiny pool there, that seems like a bad idea. Okay, that took a bit more of it than I really wanted, but... turn that back on. Give him another broadside and also hit him with a little skull thingy. I mean, I'm almost through the armor on one side. Ouch. So it's not really just the boss, it's also that there are some cannonball towers all around the place. And they are now really hurting, so this is not amazing. Jesus Christ, that just took me out. Okay, yeah, maybe I need to brush up on my gaming skills here before going back to that. This used to be very much not a problem, but I think with the Undertow, maybe it was a bit dependent on which ones I got first. You can level up through the entire thing, you get a few interesting bonuses if you make it to the end of a challenge. So, yeah, starting out with a wrong encounter from the beginning might actually be doom, and yeah, that's what we just got here. Anyways, that's gonna be the end for this episode. Thanks for watching. Oh, I got the battleship in battleship quest after all. I don't know. But hey, we got the daily bonus. And the game is basically telling me to stay with undead frigate, so that's the ship that I got right here. Might have to go into the Battle Royale mode again next time with this ship. See how I can do with it and what we can improve on the entire thing. But for this video, it's gonna be the end. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Have a good one, bye bye.